Authorities in Western Australia said that they have found a tiny radioactive capsule which went missing last month. Emergency services had literally found the needle in the haystack, they said. A huge search was triggered when the object was lost while being transported along a 1400-kilometer route across the state. Authorities released a close-up picture of the pea-sized capsule which could cause serious harm if handled, on the ground among tiny pebbles. A serial number enabled them to verify that they had found the right capsule, which is 6 mm in diameter and 8 mm long. It contains a small quantity of cesium-137, which could cause skin damage, burns, or radiation sickness. Mining giant Rio Tinto apologized for losing the device, which is used as a density gauge in the mining industry. A 20-meter hot zone has now been established around the capsule, and it will be placed into a lead container. It will be stored at a secure location in the town of Newman overnight before being transported to a secure facility in the city of Perth on Thursday. Pro-democracy activists in Myanmar are holding a silent strike to mark 2 years since a military coup. Protesters have urged the public to remain indoors and for businesses to close for Wednesday's anniversary. The call came as the UK, US, Canada and Australia announced fresh sanctions against army-linked firms. The military has said that the country is facing unusual circumstances, prompting fresh doubt over its pledge to hold an election this year. Taizar San, a prominent activist, said that the strike was being conducted to provide proof that the public does not accept the rigged election that the military was planning. Images show deserted streets in major cities, including the commercial center of Yangon. Thinzar Sunliyi, another pro-democracy activist, said that the resistance against the military was continuing, particularly in the rural areas. An Iranian couple in their 20s have been given jail sentences totaling 10 years after posting a video of themselves dancing on the street. They were reportedly convicted for promoting corruption, prostitution and propaganda. The video showed them dancing by Tehran's Azadi Tower. Authorities are handing heavy sentences to people seen to be involved in protests after the death of a woman who was detained by morality police. The couple did not link their dance to the ongoing protests in Iran. A source has confirmed to BBC Monitoring that the couple's arrest comes after they posted the video on their Instagram accounts, which have a combined following of nearly 2 million. Anti-government protests labelled riots by Iran's regime swept across the country after Mahsa Amini, 22, died in police custody in September last year. She was arrested in Tehran for allegedly violating the rule requiring women to cover their hair with a hijab or headscarf. Astiaz Hakiki, 21, and her fiancé Amir Mohammad Ahmadi, 22, are said to be convicted of promoting corruption and prostitution, colluding against national security and propaganda against the establishment. Supporting Ukraine's bid to join NATO, Czech leader and President-elect Petr Pavel said that Ukraine should be allowed to join NATO as soon as the war is over. Mr. Pavel, a retired NATO general, said that Ukraine would be morally and practically ready to join the Western alliance once the conflict had ended. During his first broadcast interview with the international media, Pavel defended the Western military support to Kyiv and added that there should be no limits to what countries should send to Ukraine at such testing times. Pavel talked about the recent controversy surrounding the sending of F-16 planes to Ukraine by US and Biden, ruling out the possibility of the same. The Czech Republic said that for him, sending Western fighter planes such as F-16s was not a taboo, but he was unsure they could be delivered in a time frame that could prove useful for Kyiv. The Czech Republic was the first Western country to send tanks and infantry fighting vehicles, Soviet-designed T-72s and BMP-1s to Kyiv, part of a series of deliveries of heavy weapons that reportedly began as early as March 2022. Talking about the same, the Czech leader said, and I quote, "I am proud of my country being one of the first to provide Ukraine with significant military help."